Welcome back to the channel. It's me, Adam. I hope you're all doing well. I knew I would be making this video one day. I just didn't know when it was going to be. That Tesla was in its range of its all-time high that it hit earlier this year, that it hit earlier in late January 2021. And I remember when Tesla was going down, it was my biggest position. And at the time, I was feeling a whole world of pain because Tesla is my biggest position. But I also know what Tesla is as a company. And I wasn't really nervous. I mean, in the short term, your nerves, you still feel them. They don't go away. At the same time, I knew I was confident with my investment. And even if right now we weren't talking about this, because Tesla's not that kind of play where I'm trying to get ultra rich in the next 1 year. I'm trying to get ultra rich in the next 10 years. And the one thing I'm going to guarantee with any growth stock, that's going to be a roller coaster. They are very volatile. You have to be prepared. You have to be able to stomach that. And I remember after the S&P 5 inclusion, I think it was in November, December time of last year, Tesla was just going up and up and up until it hit that peak in January. And to me, as much as, again, it hurts seeing your portfolio and your market value go down, it's a blessing in disguise because I was just averaging in and I actually ended up doubling my position, knowing very well that it could have dropped another 50%. But I was prepared mentally for it and I knew exactly what I was going to do. In this video, I want to know, should you just hold Tesla and just whatever happens, happens? Should you sell it, book your profits, half your position, a third of your position? Should you even buy Tesla? We're going to get into all of that. Before we do, if you're new to the channel, welcome aboard and hit that subscribe button. Here at Unlimited Options Investing, we talk everything from stocks, crypto, options, ETFs, and we're investing for the long term. As always, smash that like button and let's get started. All right, so currently Tesla is $870 and it's actually up 102% over the past year, which is very, very good. That's a double, guys. And since the bottom in mid-May, the stock is up over 50%. It currently has a market cap of $861 billion. And I remember back when it was at its lows, I think it was around $500 or so billion. And zooming out even more at the 5-year, you see the enormous growth in Tesla. It used to be a speculative stock. It was very unknown what was going to happen. Were they going to go bankrupt? What did their future entail? Well, you have Elon Musk at the helm. After the pandemic and the stock crash, 2020 and 2021, as we all know, have been crazy years in our lives. And taking a look at Yahoo Finance, we're going to look at the valuation measures under statistics. So you'd be looking at the forward PE and the price of sales, and you go, wow, those are really, really high at 121.95 and 22.92 respectively. You wouldn't be wrong whatsoever, just like any growth stock. The market oftentimes prices them at premiums because they're expected to have above average growth over the upcoming years. And especially right now with valuations all over the place, as big technology, for instance, are valued at historically high levels, whereas if you look at mid caps and small caps, they're actually at near historical low levels. So you do have to know that there are short-term risks when it comes to investing in growth companies such as Tesla. However, if you're able to hold and buy while things are going down, there's a very high chance that you're going to make a lot of money over the upcoming decade. And you might be thinking, Adam, that's such a long time, why not just trade penny stocks or do this? And that's very fair, you could. But when it comes to me and the stock market, I like to have 90% or so of my money in long-term assets that I'm confident are going to continue growing and growing and growing. So taking a look at the candlestick charts, so I'm actually using a website called TradingView. When I bookmarked it earlier this year, I was hovering over the Tesla chart and it saved on my Google Chrome as TSLA 580 something, meaning at the time that I bookmarked it, Tesla was at 580, under $600. Right now, what wouldn't you give in order to have Tesla under $600? There's a reason why people say buy the dip, buy the dip, buy the bleeping dip. Not if you're buying trash, but if you're buying a fundamentally solid name. And I say that all the time on the channel, fundamentals, fundamentals, fundamentals. Valuations are what matter in the long term. Those are the kinds of criteria that scale over the long term. And zooming in and looking over the past couple of days, we see two gap ups, one massive one today, a smaller one from last Friday. And not to mention the RSI is pretty overbought around 80. We have earnings on Wednesday afternoon after hours. Not to mention we know that they almost delivered 250,000 cars in the Q3, despite all the crazy shortages we've been having around the world. So should you hold or should you sell? And to that, I take the easy answer, it depends. What makes sense for you? And what I mean by that is, when do you need this money? If you do sell a portion of your position, are you prepared to buy back in at a higher price if it doesn't go down and we don't see these prices ever again, or for a very long time that we never know might happen? Or are you willing to book your profit and just hold whatever you have left and then just ride it till sunset? Again, it depends entirely on what your situation is and what you want to do. Although the famous saying, you can't go broke taking profit, and it's true, you can't, no one will ever get mad at you for it. Don't get upset over it. You've made money, congratulations. You either realize it or you let it ride, but either way, you know what you're going to be doing in any situation. For me, I'm holding. I know the valuation is pretty high right now. I know that it could pull back. Would you be surprised if Tesla hits 800 by the end of the year again? By the same token, would you also be surprised if Tesla was, $1,000 by the end of the year? And I also mentioned, should you be buying Tesla? And to that I answered, beware. Although I am very big on this company long term and its prospects, I also know its valuation is ahead of itself. and that the stock price might need to breathe a little bit to fit into that valuation. However, not necessarily. Maybe after earnings, we're breaking all-time highs again. But if you like Tesla and you want to be in it for the long term, I mean, you know it's going to be up later on. We don't know in the short term if it's ever going to go back down again. I mean, you can make your judgments and your guesses, but I mean, no one truly knows at the end of the day. It also might be worthwhile to dollar cost average, maybe today at 870 and then next week at 950, and then in 2 months from now we have some kind of market weakness. All of a sudden everything's red and Tesla's trading for under $800 and no one can believe it. And then you load up at that time, but again, there's no guarantee it happens, and that's when dollar cost averaging is effective. Otherwise, that's the end of my video. Thank you very much for watching. Let me know in the comments below where you think big money is going to push Tesla stock. As well as always, hit that like button, that subscribe button, and I will see you in the next video.